So I'm snapping 1, 2, where are you? You're stealing my heart. Snapping 3, 4, don't need you here anymore. Get out of my heart. 'Cause I might snap. Snapping 3, 4, don't need you here anymore. Get out of my heart. 'Cause I might snap. I'm writing a song, so this is the last one. How many last songs are left? I'm losing count. Since June 22nd, my heart's been on fire. I've been spending my nights in the rain trying to put it out. So I'm snapping 1, 2, where are you? You're stealing my heart. Snapping 3, 4, don't need you here anymore. Get out of my heart. 'Cause I might snap. Snapping 1, 2, where are you? You're stealing my heart. Snapping 3, 4, don't need you here anymore. Get out of my heart. 'Cause I might snap. I'm writing a song, so this is the last one. How many last songs are left? I'm losing count. Since June 22nd, my heart's been on fire. I've been spending.
The first scientist is Lourdes J. Cruz. She's a biochemist whose research has contributed to the understanding of the peptides from the venom of fish-hunting Conus marine snail. Throughout the Philippines, she is known as the sea snail venom specialist. She was born on May 19, 1942. She has also contributed to the development of chronotoxins as tools for examining the activity of human brain. Her contribution to the science have earned her several awards and acknowledgements, including being named a National Scientist of the Philippines.
The next Filipino scientist is Fe Del Mundo, born in Tramuros, Manila on November 27, 1911. Fe Del Mundo founded the very first pediatric hospital in the Philippines and molded the modern child healthcare system to what it is now. She graduated from the University of the Philippines and continued her studies at Boston University. Her work and accomplishments were focused on addressing the lack of equipment in rural communities during the aftermath of the war. She is most renowned for inventing an incubator made out of bamboo, specially designed for places without electrical power. First woman pediatrician to be admitted to Harvard Medical School in 1936. First woman to be named National Scientist of the Philippines in 1980. Founded the first pediatric hospital, then Children Medical Center, and now Fe Del Mundo Medical Center. She is credited with studies that lead to the invention of first incubator and jaundice relieving device. Received the Elizabeth Blackwell Award as a woman doctor of world renown. Received the Ramon Magsaysay Award for Outstanding Public Service. Received the 15th International Congress of Pediatrics Award as the most outstanding pediatrician and humanitarian in 1977. In 1980, she was conferred the rank and title of National Scientist of the Philippines. In 2010, she was conferred the Order of Lacandula. She was the first woman to be named National Scientist in the Philippines. She was also the founder and the first president of the Philippine Pediatric Society and first Asian to be elected president of the Philippine Medical Association. In its 65 years existence, the first Asian to be voted president of the Medical Women's International Association.
Hi, I'm Giselle Zapata and I am here to present a Filipino scientist. Maria Orosa Ilagan. She was born November 29, 1893 in Taal. She studied in University of Washington, Seattle University, University of the Philippines, Manila. Maria Ilagan was a Filipina food technologist, chemist, humanitarian, and war heroine. Some of Maria's most known contributions to the food world came during World War II. She was beloved within Filipino households for her banana ketchup, but became a war hero for her two other inventions, Soyalac and Darak. Soyalac is a protein-rich, highly nutritious powdered soybean product. She also invented calamansi juice powder and two breeds of fruit plants called Orobal and Clarosa. She was only 29 years old in the year 1922 when she worked for the government as the country's foremost chemist. She invented 700 recipes and food products during her career as a food chemist, creating sauces and spices still used in nearly every Philippine kitchen today. But in World War II, her culinary inventions saved thousands of lives. By watching this video, we learn that our famous banana ketchup was invented by Maria Orosa Ilagan. Thank you for watching.
Next is Ramon Barba. Ramon Barba was born in San Nicolas, Ilocos Norte on August 31, 1939. Ramon Cabanos Barba was a horticulturist, and this is the reason why we have mangoes to eat each every season rather than waiting all year. He graduated from the University of the Philippines, Los Baños, with a BS in Agriculture, majoring in Agronomy and Fruit Production. He furthered his education in the University of Georgia and graduated with a Master in Horticulture in 1962 and took his PhD in Plant Physiology in University of Hawaii at Manga. His research focused on inducing flower of mangoes out of season, April to May, using potassium nitrate. This led to fruiting several times a year without harming a plants. He also chose to not file a patent to his research so that farmers were free to use his research at no cost. Ramon's achievements did not stop with mangoes. He also made breaking research in bananas, sugar canes, calamansi, Filipino lemon, and other fruits and vegetables that led a boom in the agriculture market. He was added as a national scientist of the Philippines in 2014.
What kind of school is the Philippine Science High School? The Philippine Science High School system is a research-oriented, specialized public high school system in the Philippines that operates as an attached agency at the Philippine Department of Science and Technology.
When was Quezon City Science High School created? Who created it? Quezon City Science High School was inaugurated on September 17, 1967. According to the revised history of the school, spearheaded by Miss Mildred Legaspi. It was in 1963 when the idea of having a special science high school was conceived by then Division Science Supervisor Mrs. Hermenegilda G. Marcate. Why was Quezon City Science created? What was its goal purpose? The school was conceived to provide more opportunities for the more talented students who are interested in the field of science, mathematics, and technology. Particularly, its catchment is the whole national capital region after it was designated Regional Science High School for National Capital Region in 1999 by virtue of Dex Order Number 58, Series 1999, in consonance with Republic Act Number 8496. an act to establish Philippine science high schools all over the country and providing funds thereof. How is it related to other science high school? All regional science high school offer the same curriculum. Hence, it can accept lateral transfer from other regional science high school. It does not accept a student from the regular science high school because of differences in some subjects offerings. How does it differences from other science high school? What does it have that other do not have? Quezon City Science High School as a regional science high school does accept students from all over the National Capital Region. It does not accept students from the regular science high school who wish to transfer due to differences in the curriculum offerings. How does it accept students from places other than Quezon City? Quezon City Science High School accepts students who are graduates from the NCR schools and are residents of NCR.
And last but not the least, what is the first science high school in the Philippines? Manila Science High School is a public science high school in the Philippines. It is located on Taft Avenue at the corner of Padre Fuara Street in Ermita, Manila, and was established on October 1, 1963 as the first science high school in the Philippines. What is the importance of Manila Science High School? The Manila Science High School is the first pilot science high school in the Philippines. An integral component of a global Philippine school program is a creative space which was a result of a renovation of underutilized classroom. Is science high school hard? There are a lot of misconceptions about going to a science high school. Because they are specialized, the curriculum is deemed challenging and all students who are well equipped to take it on are admitted through an examination.
Central Visayan Institute Foundation is a leader for Philippine educational development, having created a teaching system called the Dynamic Learning Program, or also known as DLP, now implemented in approximately 250 schools nationwide. The President and Directors of CVIF, Dr. Christopher Bernardo and Dr. Maria Victoria Carpio Bernardo, respectively, are deeply involved in educational institutions both within and outside the government. CVIF and the Bernardos have received numerous accolades for their groundbreaking work. These include the prestigious Ramon Magsaysay Award in 2010. Similarly, their innovative methods have caught the attention of the national press, including coverage in the prestigious Manila Standard. CVIF has active ongoing collaborations with other schools in the Philippines and with the Philippine government. This allows for the STEM teaching materials to be widely shared and distributed throughout the Philippines, expanding the impact of the educational system nationwide. Science Corps fellows at CVIF have been engaged in building a website designed to help share CVIF successful teaching materials to other schools in the Philippines and beyond, including the materials created by the Science Corps fellows themselves.
The Philippines for the past decades has improved and intensified its food production program. The supply of agricultural products, for example, is more than what the country demands. First is fermentation. Fermentation is a natural process through which microorganisms like yeast and bacteria convert carbs, such as starch and sugar, into alcohol or acids. The alcohol or acids act as a natural preservative and give fermented foods a distinct zest and tartness. Fermentation also promotes the growth of beneficial bacteria, known as probiotics. Methods of fermentation. First is pickling. Pickling is the process of preserving or extending the lifespan of food by either anaerobic fermentation in brine or immersion in vinegar. The resulting food is called a pickle, or to prevent ambiguity, prefaced with pickled. The pickling procedure will typically affect the food's texture and flavor. Second is lactic acid. Lactic acid fermentation is the process of fermenting foods in which yeast and bacteria convert sugars and starches into lactic acid. This is more nutritious method of food fermentation than the other two methods. Lactic acid is not derived from milk, as the name might suggest, but is formed from the breakdown of glucose and is present in every form of organized life. Lactic acid comes from lactobacillobacterial organisms that produce this acid. And third is alcohol. Alcohol fermentation converts grains or fruits into alcoholic beverages such as beer, wine, and sake, Japanese rice wine. Yeast converts the sugar to glucose, fructose, or sucrose into alcohol anaerobically or without oxygen. Acetic acid fermentation occurs when alcohol is exposed to oxygen. In acetic acid fermentation, bacteria convert starchy, sugary, or alcoholic substances into acetic acid.
These are the examples of fermented foods. Number 1, achara.
Achara is a traditional Philippine fermented dish made with unripe raw green papaya, fresh raw ginger root, and other raw ingredients in a vinegar base. As kimchi is to Koreans, chatme is to Indians, and sauerkraut is to Germans, so achara is a traditional fermented dish valued in Philippine culture.
Number 2, quesong puti.
Quesong puti is a Filipino soft and aged white cheese made from unskimmed carabao milk and salt curdled with vinegar, citrus juices, or something rennet. It can also be made with goat or cow milk.
Number 3, tuba.
Coconut wine tuba refers both to the freshly collected sweetish sap and the one by having the red lowan tree tan bark colorant, also called palm wine, is an alcoholic beverage created from the sap of various species of palm trees such as palmera, date palms, and coconut palms.
Number 4, bagoong alamang.
The shrimp paste or shrimp paste aramang are the anchovies of shrimp. It is made from ground shrimps that are subject to the process of fermentation mixed with salt.
And number 5, dried mango.
Dehydrated mango is obtained from rarely ripe carabao mangoes dried through the principle of osmosis.
And number 5, dried mango.
Dehydrated mango is obtained from rarely ripe carabao mangoes dried through the principle of osmosis followed by drying with the use of a cabinet dryer. The finished product is golden yellow with a semi-translucent, plump appearance, trouble texture which is neither crisp or leathery, and a flavor characteristics of sweetened mango.
Another way of indigenous preservation is salting. And its example is tuyo or daing.
Fresh fish rapidly deteriorates until some way can be found to preserve it. Drying is a method of food preservation that works by removing water from the food, which inhibits the growth of microorganisms.
And lastly, that I will discuss about indigenous preservation of food is smoking. The next example is tinapak.
Tinapa is a fish smoked and eaten. Smoke from burning woods and different parts of plants are used to cure the fish. Using smoking as a means of preserving the fish keep it safe from bacteria that can penetrate the skin of the fish, thus making it last a long time. Hello, so I'm gonna show you something related to the food preservation in the Philippines, and yes, it is an interview. And okay, so let's watch this.
Good afternoon everyone! Nandito po ako sa Kataang at mag-interview po ako ng isang tao. Ito po ay si Kuya.
Antonio Mungpal. Sa ako mga isda.
Ilang taon na po kayo?
Ano na? 60.
Nakatry na po kayo ng pagpreserba ng pagkain.
Oo naman.
Paano po nyo ginagawa yan?
Yung galing sa dagat, bago namin na kung tuyo ang pag-uusapan, yung ginagawang tuyo, huli ng sariwa, kukuha kami ng tubig dagat na kaunti, lalagyan ng konting asin, lalagyan ng yelo, tapos lalagyan ng pabigat para dumiin, maimpis yung pumasok lahat yung asin niya sa katawan. Yun, pagka nabukasan na, para hindi masira kasi may konting yelo, tsaka hindi siya masyadong maalat. Tapos bibilad na kinabukasan sa umaga. Tapos lalagyan ng pabigat para dumiin, maimpis yung pumasok lahat yung asin niya sa katawan. Yun, pagka nabukasan na, para hindi masira kasi may konting yelo, tsaka hindi siya masyadong maalat. Tapos bibilad na kinabukasan sa umaga.
Bukod po sa pag-aasin ng isda, ano pa po yung mga way ng pag-preserve ng pagkain?
Yung ibang pagkain naman, kagaya ng bagoong, ginagawa namin, alamang, huliin din namin ng sariwa. Pagdating sa tabi, papatapunin lang namin tubig, tapos lalamasin na namin sa asin yun. Tapos pagka nalamas na sa asin, lalagay na sa garapon. Yun, mga 1 week or 4 days, bagoong na siya.
Kaya, tsaka po
Pwedeng ilagay pwede na isil. Para mas lalong tumagal, kung nabili na nila yung bagoong, pwede mo ilagay sa ref, kahit na hindi na. Basta pwede na iluto after 4 days. Pwede na yun. Yung tinapa naman, pag inuli namin, pag dumating sa tabi, sa riwa, luluto muna yun, lalagayin muna siya ng titimplahin mo yung asin, hindi maalat, hindi matabang. Tapos, pagkalagay na naiyaw na sa lutuan, ilalagay siya sa parang bilaong screen, napatiktik din yung tubig, lalagay sa bilao, yun, papausukan na, ilalagay na ng sa pausok, parang may pinakakalan siya. Pinatakpan yung ibabaw ng para mag-usok niya na doon sa loob ng economist para hindi siya nasisira.
Ilang days po
hindi
siya masira?
Mga 1 week, gano'n lang. Kasi piniprito naman kasi ng iba eh. Pero kung 3 days, 4 days, pwede pa yun tapa. I-preserve siya ng gano'n.
So, thank you po, Sir Antonio.
The traditional Filipino medical system was composed of various specialties: midwifery, pulse diagnosis, bone setting, herbology, suction cupping, skin scraping, herbal steam and smoke, energy medicine, and other forms of metaphysical healing. The Philippines is home to 10,000 to 14,000 plant species, while 1,500 of them contain potential medicinal value. Only 120 have been scientifically validated.
Or suub. The tuub or boiling ritual involves the sick person wrapped in a blanket or cloth, sitting over a jar heated by a coal or hovering above a steaming pot. The healer rubs essential oils over the heated patient.
Indigenous science and technology. Hunting. In terms of biodiversity, the Philippines archipelago is admittedly one of the richest nations in the world. Indigenous people are essential to the preservation of agriculture, hunting, and food preservation. Indigenous people way of life revolve around foraging and hunting for food. Early Filipinos in particular tried to create technologies that would make daily life easier. This body of knowledge serves as the indigenous people's cornerstone. Agriculture, planting crops. Ancient people back then learned how to cultivate their land and use their plants for planting. They probably chose the quality seeds and plant them. The most common crops that they are planting is rice. The rice terraces and Naimuyong are two good examples of how the indigenous knowledge, system, and practices are contribute to the sustainability and productivity of many ecosystem. Rice terraces are the good example for our next matter, which is building local irrigation and classifying types of soil for planting. Before planting their crops, the Asian Filipinos conducted field observation to classify the various type of soil and weaved their own irrigation system to crops. They are determining if the soil is sustainable for plants or not. Whole communities are work together on seasonal, cyclical system of planting, eradication of pests, and harvesting that are based on lunar cycles. and occasionally include religious rites. Lastly, Filipinos growing plants in their backyard. Filipinos keep the custom of growing plants and vegetable in their yard. Asian people back then already know how to grow plants in their own backyard.